Hello, hello. What is up, party people? Welcome back to the Journal Party Podcast. My name is Alex Gallner, and we're about to do some more guided journaling like we do just about every single week here on, it's not the Journal Party Podcast, Journal Party Live. The other thing is Journal Party Podcast, which if you haven't joined, check it out. We do a free guided journaling podcast every single week, but this is the live and in-person version. So if you find your way to this or found your way to this, then I am so happy to have you here. And I think you're really going to enjoy what we have put together today. So, you'll notice that the bottom ticker is saying to just sit tight for a minute, because usually it takes a couple minutes for everybody to actually show up and get into the live stream. We want to give everybody a fair chance to get in and start journaling with us. Of course, I left my noisy air conditioner on, so I just had to turn that off. But that's what happens. That's what happens when you do things live. You know, things happen and you cope and you deal, you do your best. So anyway, we're going to give it a couple more minutes. At about 4:05 Pacific time, we'll get started. So let me throw up the program, though, so everyone knows they're in the right place. All right, we got the tunes going on in the background. Today's going to be good. So if it's been a minute since you've been inside of the Journal Party app, you might have noticed there's a new program that is live and available for our premium members. Now, if you're not a premium member, that's totally okay. We've got plenty of free programs in there, but if you are a premium member, we do release new guided journaling programs every single month, almost every single week, really. So if you're not, that's the challenge. There we go. If you're not a member of Journal Party Premium yet, you can snag a free trial at try.journalparty.com or scan that QR code there. And that way you don't have to jump on these live streams and have me do this thing for you. You can go at your own pace with the player controls and all that. If you ever listen to music, then that's kind of how we set this thing up, kind of like a playlist with player controls, so you can be guided on a fantastic guided journaling journey. So I think I digressed a little bit. Today, we're going to be diving into the newest premium program, which is actually a little bit different than some of the stuff that we have been doing. Normally, they all live inside of the premium section of the programs tab, which you'll see up here. But we've had some requests about diving a little bit deeper into some of the topics that we regularly cover. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We actually released a much more in-depth program to tackle imposter syndrome, which no doubt, I don't think you're human if you haven't experienced that at some point in your life. And so, you know, like anything that's going on in our heads, we can explore it. We can dive in, take a look at what's going on under the hood, and try to come out better, try to show up in the world a little bit more poised, a little bit more confidence. And today we're going to just be diving into one of the programs on there, which is Mastering Self-Acceptance, right? So that's the first program, the first guided journal in there of several. So it's there's 10 prompts in this program. We've got 3 minutes allotted for each prompt. So hopefully that's enough. There's a couple in there I think we may give a little more time to. But for the purposes of this, we'll abide by the time controls. And of course, if you want to go in later in the app, you can always do that and go at your own pace. But we'll try to stick to the 3 minutes per prompt on this one. And as the program there says, this one's all about mastering self-acceptance. Redefine your self-worth and embrace your unique strengths. So one of the things that I've noticed about imposter syndrome, as it shows up for me at least, is a lot of it has to do with this yearning for the approval of others. When, in fact, if you actually look a little bit deeper, and I challenge you to do this today, you'll find that the most meaningful approval is actually the approval that you give yourself. And so we're going to try to get in touch with that by taking a look at some of your inner values, the things that are that you're particularly good at, and also try to develop a sense of compassion for yourself because I mean, that's also, I guess, a big part of it. Aside from the acceptance, is you need to have some self compassion. Realize that you are a human being, which is hard enough. Everyone's going through something. So have a little bit of compassion and try to elevate yourself a little bit because it's hard, and just by showing up and putting your best foot forward and trying to make a more conscious effort at living your life well, that deserves some kudos. So got to develop that self-compassion and get to it. All right, so actually, you know what, I did not message the group here, so let me just do a little quick call to action for the folks in the Journal Party Facebook group. Let them know that we're about to go live. All right, where are we? 1 second, folks. All right, so we've just posted that, so we should start to see some more people trickling in, but you know what? It's been 6 minutes and 47 seconds since we've been live, so I think it's time to, well, I was going to say put up or shut up, but I think that's kind of a mean way to say it, so it's time to just let's get this party on, let's get this party started. That sounds like a good journal party thing to say, right? So, all right, let's dive in. I'm going to get us started in 5. All right. What does self-acceptance mean to you? Describe it in your own words. How would it feel to fully embrace yourself? Just start writing. Okay, next prompt is memorable moments. Recall a time when you felt completely accepted by someone else. How did that make you feel? And what can you learn from that experience about self acceptance? Alrighty, next prompt is personal strengths. List 5 strengths or positive qualities you possess. For each one, write a short example of how you've demonstrated that strength in the past month. Alrighty, next prompt is inner critic dialogue. Write down a recent negative thought or self criticism you had about yourself. Now challenge that thought. What would a loving friend say in response to that criticism? Next prompt is gratitude for growth. Reflect on a mistake or setback from your past. Instead of focusing on regret, what did this experience teach you? How have you grown from it? Next prompt is self compassion, like we talked about at the beginning. Imagine your younger self is sitting in front of you. What words of wisdom, comfort, and acceptance would you offer them? Okay, next one is comparison traps. In what areas of your life do you find yourself comparing to others? How does this comparison make you feel? Write down one statement that reaffirms your worth, irrespective of comparisons. X prompt, vision of acceptance. Visualize a day where you fully accept and embrace every part of yourself. What would you do differently? How would you treat yourself? What would you no longer be afraid of? Okie dokie. Affirmations of acceptance. Create three personal affirmations that promote self acceptance. These should be positive, present tense statements that resonate with you. All right. My apologies if you got in here and you're like, "Why are we waiting?" I left the ticker on, the welcome ticker on. But, you know, I still accept myself. That's the point of this, right? All right. Imagine you could leave behind a message about the importance of self-acceptance for future generations. What would that message be? And I will pause it for just a moment because I had to chat at the top of that. All right. We did it. You can tell because it says great job. So great job. Anyway, that was pretty good for me. I think I needed a couple more minutes on a couple of those. And if that's the case for you, please let me know so I can modify these programs as they sit in the app so that people get the most value out of them. As always, you do not have to share what you wrote, but if you have any insights or you gleaned any insights or wisdom from that you'd like to share with the tribe, please feel free to do so. We absolutely love that. And I'd also like to invite you to check out the rest of this program. So if you are a member of Journal Party Premium, you should have access to this new program. It is called the Imposter Syndrome Solution. And selfishly, I started on that journey for myself because, in spite of having had a very rich experience in my life, a lot of, a lot of ups and downs, but, certainly my share of ups. I often struggle with this sort of thing. And one of the things that occurred to me as I was writing is that, your life's happening whether you agree with it or not, right? And this idea of not accepting yourself, I mean, it's if you become consciously aware of yourself doing that, I mean, it's kind of a crazy thing to do, right? To sit in front of billions of years happening just so, and everything being the way it is, and saying that, somehow you're you're breaking the machine. It's not, it doesn't even compute, right? So that was sort of my takeaway, is that to shine a light of awareness on this and become aware of um, when you're denying yourself. It can be a really powerful thing, and I think the more you can deeply, completely love and accept yourself, it's a lot more fun to exist in this world, right? We all have unique gifts and values and things that we're passionate about, things that we enjoy sharing with other people, and if you're beating yourself up, or not allowing yourself to show up where you may actually have value to share or some authority to bring, that's actually doing a disservice to the rest of us, who would all likely really love and appreciate you and accept you. And so that's my share for that. I think that just journaling is such a great way to shine a light on that. One of the things that I'm doing when I'm not exploring the prompts that we put in Journal Party is I have a pretty good morning routine, which I actually borrowed from Julia Cameron. So if any of you have read that, she has a practice that she calls morning pages, and I've adopted that into my morning routine. I also do goals and gratitude, but just writing some stream of consciousness is also a really great way to just to quickly identify what I like to call head garbage, meaning all that noise that's up there in your head, if whether it's negative self-talk, or whether it's some sort of complaint, or some ego nonsense, or whatever it is. Getting it out onto paper will help you to become more aware of it. And once you start to realize that like I was saying before, this world is it's already in motion. These dominoes are all already falling. So you can try to get in front of that massive wave, or that massive domino rally or tsunami or whatever you want to call it, but you're going to get rocked, right? And instead, if you can find a way to cultivate some peace and acceptance inside of yourself, I think that it's like one of talk about the water metaphors, right? Like the rising tide lifts all boats. So I think journaling is an excellent way to do that, and so I would invite you to check out some more of the Imposter Syndrome program that we've released, and also the other programs, right? We've tried to make this a sort of a self-coaching platform for people, because with journaling, right, you're not listening to some guru. Like, even though I'm on here and I'm talking and I've got the microphone and the headphones and the studio and all that, I'm not trying to tell you what's what, or that I have the answers. And on the other on the contrary, I actually believe that you have the answers within. And so all I seek to do is guide the way, and I hope that we were successful in that today. So let me know. Feedback is always welcome, and make sure to sign up for the group, the Facebook group. Let me show the QR code there, and we'll take off the program. So make sure to join our private Facebook group if you want to continue to get notifications about when we're going live. We've been doing it every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. If you happen to catch the stream and you missed this, and there's a time that works better for you, please let me know. We're still a pretty young group and a growing group. And so, the original 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time every Thursday was sort of just throwing spaghetti at the wall, and that's what we stuck with. But if it serves more people in the party, then I would absolutely love to get a time that works out for everybody. So if there's a better time, please share that in the group, and maybe we can have a thread and discussion about it, and we can vote on it or something. I don't know. Figure it out. I see a couple people in the chat. What's up, Sharon? Good to see you here. Thank you so much for journaling with us. So yeah, this program will sit on the in the app live. So even if you're not a premium member, you can still go back and play this journal prompt playlist that we went through today. And if you do not have Journal Party Premium yet, but you would like to try it out, you can grab a free 7-day trial by scanning that QR code or visiting us at try.journalparty.com. And I think you're gonna love it. We've been putting a lot of work into it, and releasing new programs just about every week. So join the party if journaling's your thing. We're gonna journal through life together, and it's been a blast. And I'm so honored to be leading this tribe, and would love to see it grow. So please share. Please give us all the feedback, and go out there, live your best life. From the bottom of my heart, love you all, and I'm going to sign off.